Hey guys, Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Today's another day in the fish room. I don't know what I'm getting done yet. I've got some ideas, and I know I gotta do some cleaning up, and might get around to redoing this tank right over here, the 100-gallon, as I point to it, or I guess, yeah, that's the 100, the other one's 75. Also, what I want to do, I've got some blinds I can hang up in here, which is good because I get distracted a lot with the reflection of the goldfish into the window. Sometimes I think someone's coming in, so I'm going to try that. What else do I want to do? I got to do some investigation. Obviously, I got to do a water change and stuff, get ready for the live stream today. I'm going to start that here in a second. But with the fan, so I've got a fan running right up here, keep this water cold, and it's pretty cold. I think I'm getting a lot of evaporation, right? So that's what I thought. I thought that's what was happening. And it might be what's happening. I'm not sure yet. What I do know is that somehow there was water on the floor last night as I was shooting some video. And when I look back here, there's a little bit of water on the floor there too. And it was crazy cold recently. And I've got a little bit of mold on this drywall right here, which I've never had before. That being said, it's not like I check it every day, but I came in and I'm like, why is there a little bit of water on the floor? So either A, this tank is leaking and I can't find out from where, or B, it's getting humid and then very cold in here. And I can believe that because it was crazy cold outside. We had a bunch of snow. And this is the first time since I've ever lived in this house that I have a bunch of snow. And the floor naturally slopes back down to here. And this was an outdoor building that got built into the building, right? So I'm not 100% sure what's going on yet. Might I have to tear this tank down? Possibly. I do know that, moisture gets built up on the window back here. I move this, you can see there's lots of moisture back here. So if I touch it, there's a lot of moisture back there. And so I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do long term is move this tank. And I don't want to. And everyone loves to look at it while I do the live stream, but this room is tiny, so that's the wall I look at. And so if I'm standing at my desk here, I can touch this, and I can touch the wall behind me, and I can touch this wall here. I can't quite touch this here. There's probably another 2 feet. But imagine the studio is basically like, with my arms extended out, I would hit the door here and almost every side. So it's a very small room, and I've got to just I've got to evaluate it on. Yeah, see, there's not like water running down the windowsill or anything. So how is water getting down there? The other thing I did notice, and this is all part of the to-do list, is in here. I've got the sump, and I do have an air stone still running in it. There's still biomedia and stuff, but we're not using the sump on this tank. It was very, very humid down there, so I put the fan on it for an hour or two last night while I was shooting some personal videos for people. And yeah, it seems to have cleared it up, so I don't know. What I do know is I hate this tank. I want to get a better tank and stuff like that. And I've got someone coming out soon. By the time we put this video up, maybe it's already happened, but gonna get a quote on extending the wall, just because this room, it's usable if I don't have an aquarium in here, and that's what I gotta decide, right? So either A, I gotta have an aquarium, or B, no aquarium, but I've got a bunch of stuff on the walls. That could be fun too. But what I'm thinking is we blow out that wall, and we just come out here, and we extend the wall. So this is the wall we'd blow out right here. And this is kind of all unutilized space at the moment because I don't know what I'm going to do. Refrigerator. And what if I came all the way out to here, or even this next room over here, and so I had a much, much, much bigger room. That might make some sense. Maybe. I don't know. But if it's going to cost me $1.5 billion, not really worth it. So I'm kind of trying to decide, do I want a bigger room? Don't I? There's a lot of things that I really want to redo about this room, like paint it, put carpet down, all that kind of stuff, but you guys have heard all that before. So I'm going to try and get some blinds set up, start the water change in here, and then hopefully do some cleaning and tank setup over there. We'll see what I get done today, but it's already I had stuff to do early with the family, so it's already probably noon. And live stream's at 5, so I gotta start getting ready for that about 4. So I got 4 hours, but I gotta eat and I gotta answer questions and stuff. And so you guys might have seen it already, but I'm starting to answer more questions with video. And so I just grab my phone, I shoot a quick little video clip and reply to your guys' stuff. So hope you're enjoying that. Let me know, and yeah, on to work for me. Well, I did it. Project number 1 is done. Got my blinds up. They're just cheapy PVC blinds, which that's good because they won't take on moisture and things like that. Still water changing the Goldfish here. And now to move on to something else. Maybe cleaning off my desk now that I had to use all that kind of stuff to build it. So, yep. Well, it's time for me. I'm going to kind of cull through some of these Goldfish. What does that mean? That means... well, I'm sitting on a taco hat here. That was not good. That means what I want to do is I want to get the Goldfish that I like the least out of there and make some room for either more Goldfish or just to grow these up. So we've grown up a lot of them, and you know, they're not all what I want them to be. Colors change, that kind of stuff, and it's probably time for like the black and white Shabunkin to leave this tank. It was never meant to be in here long term. You know, I probably let the black more go. There's some of the randas. I want to lighten up the load. This fantail can go. Actually, it's a randa, actually, now I look at it. But I'm going to remove some and just make room so that the food is shared by less fish, which will grow them faster, and there'll be less load, which will allow better growth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and yeah, enjoy. Alright, I think that's all the fish that are coming out. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a more manageable number. Now I gotta fill the auto feeders. So now what I gotta do is I need to clear out this area as much as I can, so that way when my uncle comes in and puts in the line, there's the least amount of stuff to dodge as possible. And I've got you know, the brine shrimp hatcheries, the stand, and that canister filter. I need to clean up a lot of this stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and make some room. Yep. Well, I did it. It's about 3 o'clock now. Got that mostly open. Yeah, now I gotta figure out, I think I'm gonna feed a bunch of fish and do stuff like that, but see what else I can get done today before I gotta start the live stream. So I just want to show you guys something. I'm gonna feed my fish right now Goldie flake food, which, don't get me wrong, normally I would never do that. It's just a basic flake food. And Goldfish food in general is terrible. It was an accidental order. I didn't mean to order it from Sarah. I thought I was ordering their pellets. But I already discounted it and I said, oh, I'll take some home, I'll feed it out, assuming it's bad, right? And I thought, let me go show on camera and I'll just be like, yeah, see, even Sarah has bad products. And then I read the ingredients and I was like, oh damn, it's actually pretty good. Like, I probably could have sold it just fine. But yeah, so it's got fish meal, wheat flour, brewer's yeast. Like, okay, so fish meal's alright. And then wheat flour and brewer's yeast. You kind of got to have something to bind it in there for turning into a flake. But then it's 4% gramaris. I was like, whoa, I would not expect that in just a Goldfish flake food. But it's awesome because I already feed my fish gramaris. It's also got green lip mussels, garlic, stuff like that. So it's kind of like the same blend they use for a lot of their stuff. And I was just surprised that that would be included in the Goldfish, because normally the Goldfish quality food is just so low. So I'm going to feed it to my fish and they won't know the difference. It's not Goldfish food, it's, you know, and as far as I can tell, decent quality stuff. So off to feed I go. So here's a box of Undergravel filters. I ordered them just so I had some sizes to play around with. This one's 10 by 20, so that's going to fit a 10 gallon. I'm going to do some test fits with that. What is this one for? I kind of went crazy. This one is 12 by 48 or 15 by 36. Yeah, 15 by 36. I think that's what I'm going to use for a, I'll get it, 40 breeder. I know it's not quite 18 inches, but I couldn't find one that was made that specific. This must be the 20 gallon one. 12 by 24, yep. And then this is the big one right here. I'm guessing it's just 3 plates. And maybe that's some technology. What do we got here? There. Yeah, so it's 60 by 15 or 72 by 12. Huh, I'm going to open this up and take a look at it and see how that could be possible. My guess is you just turn it one way. Let me see here if I can pull this off. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. Oh, I see. So depending on which way you use it, so if it's like that, it's you know, probably 18 by 12, and if you use it like this, it's probably, or 15 by 12, and it's probably 15 inches each way, that type of thing. So that's why I do the 60 by 12 or whatever it is. So that's kind of cool. So basically, I'm just, maybe it makes sense just to buy big kits and then use them as I need, because I bet you this, like, if we go over here, that'd be enough to run a whole tank right there. Just having, you could have that in like the center, and then it's too big probably. Well, you could fit that there too. Huh. So yeah, definitely gonna be playing with this and see what I can come up with. I've got a little bit of time left before the live stream, so might be able to get into a project. We'll see how it goes. So I just wanted to show off this 40 breeder. I'm about to put in a Undergravel filter plate to you. I'm kind of impressed how clean this tank actually runs with the Goldfish load I had in there, with the auto water change and stuff like that. Like, you know, I just moved 2/3 of the substrate over, and yeah, there's debris in the tank, but it's not much worse than like this tank where I haven't done anything to it, and the Goldfish just got fed that flake a couple minutes ago, so there's stirring everything up. So I mean, it's worse, but not that bad. So running pretty clean, honestly. So let me go ahead and get some plates in there and play around with it. So being that I like to test, I've set up a test. Here we've got this 40 breeder, nice and milky at this point, because I've really been moving some gravel around. I gotta add some more, but basically in the center back, if I move this back here, we'll be able to see it better. In the center back, I have one plate with an Undergravel filter. My logic was this: as I was moving the sponge filter, I thought everyone would put the full length being Undergravel, but the reality is it's surface area just like a sponge filter would be, and I would wager that this gravel right there has more surface area than that. So I'm attempting that, and then I thought it'd be a good way to possibly test under here. So what you're looking at is the Undergravel filter plate, and so where you see gravel, that's where the plate isn't, and then, you know, a little bit of gravel got underneath as I was doing it, but for the most part, you can see, you know, you can see it over there, really light substrate. That's why I need to add some more, and must be a little bit light in a couple of places there too, because you can see through it. So I'll fix that, and then over here, you know, a little bit light again. So yeah, but it should be able to make it so I can check waste versus like this side versus under the plate versus that side. And being that we're going to keep it kind of at this top part, which on the top of the screen right now is the front. So when I'm feeding, you know, if I just come here and I'm feeding, most food and stuff like that will probably land towards the front, make it easy to service. And so those are my thoughts. Those are my tests, right? So we'll see if that comes, you know, it comes out to be a good idea, or if it was a terrible idea. I think it'll be all right though. But I do need to get some more gravel in there, so I think that's all I've got for now. Now I have to go get ready for the live stream. So thanks for hanging out. Just another day in the fish room. I hung blinds, got an Undergravel filter installed, cleaned to get my hot water put back in, fed fish. What else did I do? I did inventory on the computer in there. So yeah, that's how you not waste, but that's how you spend you know, an entire Sunday before you do a live stream. Got water changing right now. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it.